Brussels. As well as its world-famous fountain, the Belgian capital has a trademark that's arguably more tasteful: chocolate, and it comes in all shapes and sizes. This is how a Belgian factory makes chocolates on a massive scale. In this truck is the star of the show: pure, unadulterated chocolate. To keep it soft in the truck's tanks, the chocolate is kept at 47 degrees Celsius. From there, it's pumped into the factory's storage tanks. Every single day, this factory produces over 500,000 individual chocolates and truffles, and these tanks are kept topped up with chocolate. It'll be used for hundreds of different varieties of sweets, and one of the nation's favorites is the Caprice. Sacks full of hazelnuts and almonds are used to make the shell. They're roasted for 15 minutes at 115 degrees Celsius. Large quantities of corn syrup are put into a bowl and combined with icing sugar. When it's heated, the mix caramelizes. Meanwhile, the roasted nuts have been ground down, and now they can be added to the mix. The mixture is laid out onto a conveyor belt and sets to form a nut brittle. It's cut into squares and passed along onto a heated surface, where workers roll them into the Caprice shape. The filling for the Caprice is a rich vanilla cream, and this is not the Weight Watchers variety. Blocks of butter and sugar are followed by vanilla extract, lecithin to bind it all together, and finally, just to make absolutely certain that your doctor wouldn't approve, a dollop of white chocolate. The mix is taken to the production line, where the workers fill each roll individually. The finishing touch of a Caprice is, of course, a sumptuous chocolate coating. Because Belgian chocolate has a worldwide reputation to maintain, the chocolate mix is regularly checked, and somebody created a machine to do it. Even the temperature of the chocolate is important, as it affects the taste and texture of the final sweets. As well as golden oldies like the Caprice, this factory regularly adds new varieties to its range. A new chocolate truffle begins life as an idea sketched onto a pad. You don't have to be a great artist to be a chocolate designer. All you need is a good imagination. In the in-house kitchen, a variety of ingredients are tested to get the taste and look perfect. Once he's happy with the texture and taste, the chocolatier can begin crafting the very first samples of his new chocolate truffle. He spoons in a milk chocolate mix and leaves it till it starts to set. When he turns the tray over, the soft centre that hasn't yet set falls out, leaving chocolate shells. He then pipes in the filling before covering the base with another layer of chocolate. When they've hardened, they can be tapped out. The new recipe's approved and it goes on to full-scale production. Just like before, chocolate's pumped into the trays. And when it's partly set, the trays are tipped over, leaving behind the chocolate shells. Giant fans cool the chocolate to encourage the shell to harden. The filling is then pumped in. A final layer of chocolate makes the base. Of course, the excess is all reused. A slight twist loosens the hardened sweets from their tray. They come down the line upside down, so they're simply flipped over. And it's ready. A newly crowned contender competing for the Brussels throne.